If you're watching this video, there's a chance that your cubing collection looks something like this. Just thousands and thousands of 3x3s and like a couple speed cubes of every other WCA event. But maybe you're thinking you want to expand your palette a bit, try something different, some non-WCA events that will give you a different solving experience and will be a unique and fun challenge. If that's the case, then this video is perfect for you. Hey guys, it's Lord of the Cubes, and today's video is going to be about 5 non-WCA puzzles that I believe every cuber should have in their collection. What I should note right off the bat is that none of these puzzles are going to be shape mods such as the mirror cube, since those are basically just 3x3 but different. All of these puzzles are completely unique solving experiences. And of course, I'm going to have to start this video off with the very well-known puzzle as of late, the FTO. This is the new Diane Cheng FTO I did a video on last week. And if you haven't already gotten your hands on an FTO, I would highly recommend getting one. Fans of the puzzle are hoping for this to be the next WCA event. Honestly, I really think it'll happen sometime within the next few years at this point. But if you already have an FTO, then may I introduce you to a shape mod of the FTO, the Rex Cube. She calls it a Super Ivy Cube, but potato tomato. Despite this being a shape mod of the FTO, you can actually solve this using a completely different method. And I find that this is a completely different solve from the FTO, despite having the exact same mechanism because of that key difference in methods and which pieces have orientation visible. Next up is my second favorite unofficial speed solving event, the Master Pyraminx. This is unlike just a Pyraminx with more layers. On a Pyraminx, the only pieces that actually move are the edges. But on the Master Pyraminx, you've actually got two types of edges, the middle edges and then these wings on the outside, as well as these center pieces, which can lead to a parity later on in the solve. Unfortunately, there isn't a good magnetic one out. The best one you can buy is this cheeky one. And if you like the idea of a higher order Pyraminx, you might want to look into the Jinx Pyraminx, which is what the Pyraminx should have been, and its higher order counterparts, like this 5x5 Jinx Pyraminx. After 5x5, higher order Pyraminxes are hard to come by, but Shengxiao's higher order Jing Pyraminxes actually go all the way up to 7x7. And I have the whole collection because I'm a nerd. Number 3 on the list is Cuboids. The most popular cuboid for speed solving is the 2x2x3 or the tower cube, and then after that would be the 3x3x2 or the domino cube. However, you may have already solved these smaller cuboids and you're looking for a bigger challenge. If that's the case, I recommend the 3x3x5. Not only is this a bigger and more challenging puzzle than these two, but it actually can shapeshift, which makes it more challenging. It's very fun to solve, and if you thought the 3x3x5 was too easy, I would even suggest that you take it a step further and go for the 4x4x6. This massive puzzle looks really scary when it's scrambled, but it's a lot of fun to solve. While it's unrealistic to buy every cuboid on the market, these three, I believe, are the must-haves of any cubing collection. Number 4 on our list is the 3-layer Pentahedron by Shengxiao. It is a face-turning triangular prism, so it's like this. This is a very unusual axis system in twisty puzzles. Solving it is kind of like a cuboid, kind of like domino cube in fact, except since the top faces are triangles, you have a lot less room to move pieces around, which adds to the challenge. If you get stuck on this, don't worry, I do have a tutorial on this puzzle that I will link in the description. And like some of the puzzles I've already discussed, if this is too easy for you, you can progress to a higher version. This is the 5x5 Pentahedron. And last but not least, the 5th puzzle I'm going to talk about today is the Curvy Copter. Face-turning cubes like this 3x3 are all over the market, and corner-turning cubes like the Ready Cube are also readily available. Oh, I didn't even mean to make that pun. Readily available! But this, the Curvy Copter, is much more unique because it is an edge-turning cube. So there are 12 axes and all of them are in the edges like this. Kind of like the Pentahedron, it's a more unusual axis system among twisty puzzles. In fact, an edge-turning cube has the same axis system as that of a face-turning rhombic dodecahedron, like this. But a fun side effect of both of these puzzles is that they actually can jumble. If you don't know what jumbling is, I have a video on it, but it's basically a special type of shapeshifting where the pieces bandage. So, like this. This is now shapeshifted, but now I can't make this move because it's in the way. This axis is blocked off. That's what makes the difference between jumbling and just regular shapeshifting, is that bandaging. That is a very watered down version of the definition of jumbling, but I have a full video talking about it in the description that you might want to check out. And jumbling actually changes the solve even when you have it shifted back to the right shape, because these curvy triangle-ish pieces, they're called petals, these petals actually have orbits. But what that means is that if you do a move like this, you actually create many parities that can't be reached on a regular Curvy Copter solve. Kind of like how FTO triangles can never touch their adjacent sides, like I will never get this white triangle to go to the red side, for example. Doing this move actually creates two cycles of petals, which normally would be possible, but since these petals are actually in different orbits, it is not possible to cycle these back without doing the same jumbling move that we just did. So even if you can figure out how to solve it without jumbling, it's a whole new challenge to do it with jumbling. And of course, rhombic dodecahedra can do this as well, just like this. Yay! That's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will consider adding some of these puzzles to your collection, as they're all very interesting, and I like to try to get more people into the twisty puzzle side of cubing, as opposed to having 50,000 3x3s. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this, and on that note, this is Lord of the Cubes, signing off.